Now on 18 Eyewitness News.
Authorities are asking for your help in finding a check forger. Also, the Eastern Outer Road in Deloge is moving forward, and the importance of having local people trained in case of a disaster. All of these stories, plus.
If you like roller coasters, you like my forecast, there's all kinds of different types of weather for you. We'll tell you about it coming up in weather.
Coverage you can count on. This is 18 Eyewitness News.
And here's our top story. The Missouri State Highway Patrol is asking for the public's help in locating a check forger. Trooper Justin Wheatley visited our 18 Eyewitness News studios on Tuesday because of a local business being targeted.
What we've encountered is there's a black male, probably around 50 years of age, who's went to Farmington Hoods and purchased hardwood flooring. He wrote a check for approximately $3,300. And through investigation, as we found out, the check is been forged, manufactured by him.
Trooper Wheatley says the suspect also manufactured a matching ID.
He done this one store on the 19th, and then the other store up in Festus on the 20th, and with the same information. We've checked the addresses out, and they're valid addresses, except they're not his. And we've got some video surveillance, and we're hoping that somebody might recognize this man and be able to call in.
We have pictures and video of the alleged check forger at our website, KDKZ18.com. You'll also find the number for the Missouri State Highway Patrol there as well. Now Dustin is here for a look at our first forecast. Dustin?
Good evening, Aaron. Good evening, everybody. Looking at current conditions throughout southeast Missouri, we're seeing temperatures on the chilly side, but not too drastically chilly right now, at least. 38 in Festus and St. Genevieve, as well as in Fredericktown. 38 in Piedmont and Van Buren. 39 in Poplar Bluff, and 40 right now in Ironton. Clear skies tonight, 38 degrees at 7 p.m., 36 by 9. By midnight, we'll see a temperature of 34. More details on the roller coaster weather coming up later in your Storm Tracker weather forecast.
A man accused of kidnapping 2 Butler County girls is facing new charges. The third case against 45-year-old Jeffrey Dean Shelton includes 2 counts of forcible sodomy and exploitation of a minor. Shelton remains jailed without bond, accused of kidnapping a 5-year-old Poplar Bluff girl on October 24th and a 10-year-old Culin girl 4 days before that. Shelton has pleaded not guilty. His earlier cases have been moved to Reynolds County on a change of venue request. He's a registered sex offender who spent more than 20 years in prison for kidnapping and assaulting 3 children in Texas back in the early 1990s. The Eastern Outer Road project for Deloge took another step forward to reality this week. On Monday, the Board of Aldermen accepted Iron Mountain Trap Company's bid of $2,680,000 for construction of the road. Prior to that action, the board had to authorize the administration to give the right-of-ways to the Missouri Department of Transportation. Deloge City Administrator Greg Camp told 18 Eyewitness News to get the majority of the project funded, MoDOT had to own the right-of-ways, but the city will get them back.
Then the state can then obligate the construction funds, federal and state monies, for the contractor that the city selects and the state concurs with. It gets really complicated, but essentially then the construction process can take place. Once the road is done, MoDOT gives the road back to the city and it becomes all city maintained right-of-way, just like any other street in Deloge.
State and federal funds are covering about 72% of the project's cost, which came in around 60% of the estimated amount. The Eastern Outer Road project is expected to be completed in 2013. One of the keys to disaster preparedness is having local people trained and ready to help. That was the message of a recent Red Cross meeting on disaster preparedness in Piedmont. Police Chief Richard Sanders, who is also the city's emergency management coordinator, says having local people trained is important in case outside help can't make it in.
I thought it was a very informative program. I thought it was very important for our area because of where we're at in such a country setting and in a place of could be seclusion if something would happen to any bridge that might be in our midst of coming into our community.
Richard Sanders, the police chief, says that the Red Cross is willing to provide the training for local volunteers.
And what they're wanting to do is set up some teachings to prepare how to serve and how to equip and how to take care of, and set those up, those classes, and set those services up, that if something happened that was such a disaster that they couldn't get in here regionally, that local could take up the beat and get on it and get things started.
To learn more about being a Red Cross volunteer or fill out an application, just click this story at our website, KDKZ18.com. And when we come back, foster children from 4 county regions celebrate the season. That story's coming up only right here on 18 Eyewitness News.
For 15 years, Heartland Furniture and Appliance has been the leader in price for Restonic bedding. Whirlpool built Crosley appliances, Frigidaire appliances, sofa sets, recliners, accent furniture, and White's metal detectors. Same-day delivery with no waiting. We are fast becoming this area's leader in the home furnishing and appliance business. Need a little cash? Payday loans are available in each store. We'd love to have you come see us at one of our 3 locations on both sides of Main Street in Piedmont, Business 60 in Dexter, and next to Current River Ford in Donovan. Heartland Furniture and Appliance, 223-3200.
Let it wash you this morning. Oh, the blood of Jesus shed for me. What a sacrifice that saved my life. With the blood, it is my victory.
You're watching 18 Eyewitness News with Fred Dawkins and Chief Weathercaster Dustin Kopp. 18 Eyewitness News continues.
Children from 193 foster homes in a 4-county region celebrated the season on Tuesday at their annual Christmas party. Organizer Tammy Jones from the Harvest Christian Center says Santa and Mrs. Claus greeted the kids as they arrived, and there were a number of activities planned.
We have a room set up with crafts, and they can choose to do one of 4 crafts, or they can do them all. We have Mac College, a group from Mac College is bringing coloring books and crayons, and they'll have a table where they can color and make coloring pages.
The kids also got to enjoy carnival games. Tammy notes the need for sponsors continues even after the party because children are still coming into the system.
The need for gift cards and donations won't stop even until Christmas. We'll have calls from the Division of Family Services saying, hey, we've got a new child. Do you have a gift card, or do you have any extra toys? And so we'll keep filling generally up until Christmas.
If you'd like to make a foster child's Christmas a little brighter this season, just click this story at our website, KDKZ18.com. The Ellington Police Department is sponsoring the Helping Hands Christmas Angel Tree. Sergeant Kathleen Bullock says this is the first year for the program, and she explains how it works.
We've been given a list of children from our communities that are less fortunate, and we put up a Christmas tree with the children's age and sex on it and what grade in school they are, and we're asking that people come in and take an angel from the tree and help us get these children Christmas this year.
The tree started with 80 angels so that each of the 40 children would receive 2 gifts. However, Sergeant Bullock says there's a particular group of kids that still need presents.
We're having problems with the older kids. A lot of people are buying for young kids, and the teenager things is what we're having a hard time with. We do not have a wish list for these children. All we have is their age, sex, and what grade in school that they are in. That way, people can buy whatever they want.
The Helping Hands Christmas Angel Tree is in the lobby of the Ellington City Hall on Tubbs Street. Piedmont's American Legion Post 281 is organizing local businesses and organizations for their patriotism. Post Commander Philip Baker told 18 Eyewitness News how they got the idea to give certificates for flying the American flag on a daily basis.
We kind of became aware of it when we seen a new flagpole put up in town and got to thinking about, oh, geez, that's really nice that they did that. That's, very nice. And so we got to looking around, and I think we found 23 businesses and schools and organizations that had flags, and so we decided that we were going to recognize them for being patriotic and supporting their country and supporting their troops and everything that goes along with it.
Baker says flying the flag also honors those who fought for our freedoms we enjoy daily.
It also supports not only active duty troops, but it shows people that they appreciate our freedom because veterans and active duty fought for their right to fly the flag and to worship and to go to school. And so it's just strengthening the ideals of the Legion by them showing us that they do care and they are patriotic and they do give a hoot.
Baker says that the certificates of appreciation were well received and they had an opportunity to discuss how the Legion can better assist the community. The Mo Health Wins program at Mineral Area College is training students for a better future. Program Support Specialist Allison Sheets says the program is targeted to help specific groups of people.
So we are out recruiting, and then we also serve retention and then job placement for folks that are underemployed, meaning working part-time, unemployed, low-skilled, veterans. All of them will qualify for this free tuition for these two programs.
Allison says the program trains students to be either a pharmacy technician or a maintenance technician in a healthcare setting.
And we're really excited that we just had 7 men 2 weeks ago complete the first 8-week course of the maintenance technician kind of job training career path.
Contact Allison and Mac for the details about the Mo Health Wins grant program. You'll find her information by clicking this story at our website, KDKZ18.com.
And next in weather, I'll give you your roller coaster weather forecast. There's a lot to talk about. We'll be right back.
When someone comes in a Mineral Area's emergency department, our focus is giving them the best treatment in the quickest manner possible. We track every single patient, sending the doctors information before they even walk in the room. We have dedicated X-ray and CT equipment in our emergency department. We don't have to waste any time running all over the hospital. We know that minutes count in an emergency, and you can count on ER Plus at Mineral Area Regional Medical Center.
Now, here's your Storm Tracker 18 weather forecast with Chief Weathercaster Dustin Kopp.
And welcome back. Looking at weather headlines for southeast Missouri. We're seeing a freeze possible tonight. Sun continues through Friday, though, with showers and thunderstorms possible for Friday night into Saturday. And it looks like we could see a wintry mix next week, rather. 38 degrees right now in Festus and St. Genevieve. Fredericktown the same, 40 in Ironton, and 38 right now in Van Buren. Currently here at the studio, we have a temperature of 40 degrees, but because of that south wind at 8 miles per hour, we have a current wind chill at 35. Current dew point is at 20 with 44% humidity under a clear sky. Clear skies will remain overnight tonight, lasting through your day tomorrow. Plenty of sunshine throughout southeast Missouri. Not a bad day. Temperatures in the low 50s for areas, but tonight we're in the upper 20s. It's going to be a cold one. 29 here in Farmington, clear skies. 28 in Ironton, 26 in Piedmont, 25 in Van Buren. At 24 in Van Buren and 25 in Fredericktown. Then for tomorrow, we're in the low to mid 50s in most areas. Not very long as the cold air is going to stick around, though. Plenty of sunshine, though. South wind 10 to 15. Next several days look like this. On your Friday, mostly sunny, high 55. Then on Saturday, we're going to see some showers and thunderstorms possible on your Saturday, high of 58. 48, much cooler on Sunday and Monday. Plenty of sunshine, though. Clouds increase Monday night into Tuesday, bringing us a chance of some wintry precipitation possible on Tuesday, high of 41. May come in late Monday, early Tuesday, but bulk of Tuesday looks like it could be on the wintry side. Then on Wednesday, mostly sunny and a high of 43. Now look at our weekend forecast here in southeast Missouri. 58 degrees on your Saturday with some showers and thunderstorms. Then on Sunday, high of 48, low of 32 with a partly sunny sky. Let's check your Storm Tracker weather forecast. More details located at KDKZ18.com. Just click on the weather tab.
Coming up in today's 2-minute tour of Missouri, watch out for flying rocks on the Mississippi. The joggers who were hit by an alleged car thief have their say in court, and a school principal is retiring thanks to a Powerball winning. Today's tour starts on the Mississippi River, where the Army Corps of Engineers has agreed to expedite blasting 2 large rock pinnacles that are impeding barge traffic with the river at dangerously low levels. U.S. Senator Roy Blunt said Tuesday that the blasting could begin next week on the large formations near the southeastern Illinois towns of Thebes and Grand Tower. That would be about a month and a half earlier than the first projected project. Missouri House Speaker Tim Jones is traveling around the state this week, visiting 20 cities to speak with voters and community leaders about the upcoming legislation session. Jones says the focus of the 2013 session would include 3 key areas: job creation, energy policy, and education funding reform. Jones is telling the gathering, quoting now, "Government can sometimes get in the way of job creation. So my goal is going to be how to find out how government can be a facilitator and get out of the way of helping our businesses move forward." Well, the joggers who were struck by a car during an early morning run in late October told a Cape Girardeau County judge Tuesday there was no question that the driver was intentionally trying to run them down. 4 of them, including 3 who were hit, took the stand at the preliminary hearing of 19-year-old Vincent Anderson, the Little Rock, Arkansas man charged with stealing a car and then purposely steering into the runners. Based on their testimony and other evidence, Judge Gary Camp ruled there was probable cause to bind Anderson over to circuit court after an hour-long hearing. And a Columbia Elementary School principal is calling it a career after her sister-in-law scored a huge win with a recent Powerball drawing. Chris Matthews' husband is the brother of Cindy Hill, who along with her husband Mark won half of the record $588 million jackpot with the Powerball on November the 28th. The Hills took an after-tax lump sum. It was a payment of nearly $137 million, and they're sharing it with her family members. Matthews' undisclosed share of the Hills' winnings will let her retire at the end of the upcoming school year. And that's your 2-minute tour of Missouri for the day. Coming up in today's Your Life segment, if hearing another version of White Christmas has you seeing red, today's focus on the family might help you sing a different tune.
I'm Stacy Johnson. It's been 25 years since the great crash of 1987. What lessons can we learn? I've got a few just ahead on Money Talks News.
Your health is brought to you by Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy. Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy of Deloge, where caring for you and about you is our business. From taking time to explain your medication, offering a caring touch, to a full line of medical equipment, supplies, and diabetic shoes. We'll help you understand your options and assist you with Medicare drug plan enrollment. With a comfortable waiting area, convenient drive-through or free delivery, caring for our neighbors is our business. Your locally owned Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy, just off of Highway 67 at the Deloge exit.
It seems like you hear it everywhere you go this time of the year, but Christmas wouldn't be Christmas without it, as Dr. Bill Myers explains in today's Focus on the Family.
You better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming.
Music helps draw us into the celebration of Christmas. It would be a different Christmas without it. Probably pretty bleak.
Music touches the soul and lifts the spirit any time of the year. But there's something special about Christmas music that helps draw communities and families together.
Any song you play, I mean, everyone can join in on the song a lot easier. So with Christmas music, I mean, they're already all there with you, so it's great.
And heaven nature sing.
Oh, you have little kids, old ladies, everyone wants to sing along, you know? I don't think any other holiday is that musical. Everybody knows the songs. Frosty the Snowman, Jingle Bells, Oh Holy Night.
Oh holy night, the stars are brightly shining.
We've gotten the opportunity to sing at different hospitals, and it's just been really awesome to see people's joy and the hope that you give them when you can bring that music to them when they're in that desperate place.
Of course, one of the most famous Christmas carols was written almost 200 years ago in a little Austrian village. The church organ was broken, and Father Joseph Mohr and his organist Franz Gruber needed a new and simple song they could accompany with just a guitar.
And so then on Christmas Eve in 1818, Father Mohr sang tenor, Franz Gruber sang bass, as the tiny town of Oberdorf heard for the first time a simple new song. A song that has since touched millions of lives around the world. They call it Stille Nacht, which we know as Silent Night.
Sharing the history behind our favorite Christmas music is a great way to enrich your child's understanding of the traditions that bind us together. So gather your loved ones around to sing carols this season. It's a great memory maker that doesn't cost a thing. For Focus on the Family, I'm Dr. Bill Meyer.
For more valuable information on life, issues, relationships, and family, visit our website, KDKZ18.com. Click on Focus on the Family. The stock market has its ups and downs, and it's been 25 years since one of the worst crashes in history. So what have we learned? Money reporter Stacy Johnson explains.
Closing at 1,738.41.
There's only one word to describe what's happening, and that is panic.
The biggest drop that we've seen in modern times.
It was chaos on October 19th. Nobody quite knew what was happening other than that the market was falling out of bed. And I think, nobody expected it to be that bad. It was the biggest one-day percentage drop in U.S. history up to that time or since that time.
That's longtime economist Dick Silla, who's also chairman of the Museum of American Finance. He's describing Black Monday, October 19th, 1987, one of the scariest days ever on Wall Street.
We had to ask ourselves, could stocks really be worth 22% less on Monday evening than they had been at the close of the market on the previous Friday? And that was hard for us to answer, so we had to reevaluate some of our economic theories.
I was a stockbroker myself October 19th, 1987, so I can assure you it's a day I will never forget. But this is more than history, because this crash has some lessons all investors can learn.
First lesson is that the stock market is a risky place. It delivers good returns in the long run, but it can also fall out of bed on short notice.
And investors should look at a downturn and consider it an opportunity.
When Wall Street has a crash, I call it a sale on stocks.
Now, lessons like that can make you money. For example, in 1987, when the market crashed, I was too freaked out to buy. I just stood there like a deer in the headlights. This time, when the market melted down in 2008, I didn't. I stood up, I bought, and I made money. Bottom line, remembering these lessons will help you do what every investor should strive for. Buy low and sell high. Want more information? Go to MoneyTalksNews.com and search for investing. For Money Talks News, I'm Stacy Johnson.
As Stacy said, he's got more information and links at his website. To get there, visit our website at KDKZ18.com. Click on the Money Talks News link under our Lifestyle tab.
And coming up in sports, Skip Shoemaker is traded to the Dodgers. The Rams' first-round draft pick is making his presence known, and Lawrence Bowers has come back strong after last year's lost season.
Tips to make you money delivered daily. The totally free Money Talks newsletter. Sign up now and get my money makeover video, a $50 value, as my gift. MoneyTalksNews.com.
Attention, Accutane warning. If you have Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis, or inflammatory bowel disease, it may have been caused by the acne drug Accutane. Accutane victims have recently been awarded millions of dollars. Do not delay. There are time deadlines to file a claim.
Call the Rely On Group now to be connected with an experienced attorney. There is absolutely no risk on your part. You don't owe us a penny unless we are successful.
Call the Rely On Group at 800-698-3105.
If you have diabetes and you're on Medicare, call now to get the new talking meter. These new meters are more accurate, they're easier to use, and the best news is you don't have to prick your fingers anymore. Arriva makes it simple. They bill Medicare directly. There are no upfront costs, and they deliver your supplies right to your door for free.
For more information, call 1. This is Sports Zone, only on 18 Eyewitness News.
What has appeared for weeks as the obvious match moved closer to a deal Tuesday as the Cardinals agreed to a trade that will send utility fielder Skip Shoemaker to the Los Angeles Dodgers in exchange for a prospect. According to sources, the deal is pending on the outcome of a physical that Shoemaker took Wednesday. The Dodgers engaged the Cardinals in talks about Shoemaker as recently as the winter meetings when a few other interested parties, such as the Minnesota Twins, surfaced. Then the name of the player that the Cardinals will receive from LA was not immediately announced. Smack in the middle of a series of games challenging the Rams defense to slow down some of the league's most potent run games, that group has aced its first two exams. Smack in the middle of that success is rookie defensive tackle Michael Brockers. The first-round draft pick's ascent has been steady since he returned from a high ankle sprain suffered in the team's preseason finale. But if the San Francisco game was any indication, Brockers is ready. He posted an eye-popping 11 tackles, a number that usually comes over the course of 3 games or so for someone playing nose tackle. 9 games into his triumphant return from losing last season to a knee injury, Mizzou forward Lawrence Bowers is leading by example. Bowers leads the 12th-ranked Tigers in scoring with almost 17 points a game and in a new dimension, 3-point shooting. He's second on the team in rebounding at almost 7 a game and has emerged as a player most willing and able to hoist his teammates on his 6'8" back. Bowers and the Tigers are back in action Monday when South Carolina State visits Mizzou Arena. That's the day in sports. Back to you, Dustin.
Thanks a lot, Fred Jr. Looking at the forecast for the rest of this evening. It's going to be another chilly night. Clear skies, 38 degrees at 7 p.m., 36 by 9. By midnight, a temperature of 34. That does it for 18 Eyewitness News tonight at 6. Newswatch is next. Join us tonight on 18 Eyewitness News at 10 o'clock. Have a good evening.
Do you see news happening in your neighborhood? Email us at news@kdkz.tv.
Coming up tonight on KDKZ Channel 18.